Well, normally we review bourbon whiskey, but for St. Patrick's Day, we switched to Irish whiskey. And today I am going to review a new bottle that's been out, I think, about a year, but I've never tried, never purchased. We're going to review Jameson Triple Triple. Now, I've certainly had the original Jameson, and I've had the Jameson Black Barrel, which I actually like. I definitely prefer that over the regular Jameson. But I've never had this. I think this came out a year ago. I could be wrong. Maybe it was 2 years. But I think this is I believe, at least one of the newest expressions from Jameson's. So Irish whiskey is always triple distilled, but this is also triple cast. I believe it's a combination of Irish whiskeys that are aged in bourbon casks. This is sherry casks and chestnut casks. 80 proof. Very curious. I thought it was reasonable. It looked like it's about, at least I got this in Bottle King. It looks like it's around $3 more than the regular Jameson. The regular Jameson is selling for $29. This is $32, and the Black Barrel was more than that. So let's pour this in a glass. I'm very curious to see how this is. Okay, it's a screw-off cap. No need to do any cork pop or anything fancy. So got to pour it up. It's like a medium color. It's 80 proof, and again, it's the cask that it's going to be, and including the bourbon. We're talking about casks that have aged something previously, unlike bourbon where it's a new cask. It's never aged anything before. So these casks aged bourbon, some aged sherry, and some are chestnut casks. So let's give it a nose. There is a certain type of smell I get from Irish whiskey, but this is getting some light aromas. It's very pleasant. Let's get into the taste. Cheers. That's a very, very light taste profile. Now, of course, I'm having this straight. I haven't had anything else to drink before this. But if you're a bourbon drinker, certainly a bourbon drinker at higher proofs, you're going to notice certainly a drop in terms of the lightness of the profile. So let's put that aside because there are a lot of certainly Irish whiskeys and scotches that are at 80 proof. That being the case, I am getting some familiar notes you would get to a bourbon, probably coming off the portion that's aged in bourbon casks. As far as the sherry, maybe noting that I'm not quite sure what the chestnut cask is. I wouldn't really even know what that what that would taste like. But I will tell you that this is certainly I like this better than the regular Jameson. I'm not sure I like this to the same level as the Black Barrel, but I think this is a good pour. It's pleasant, reasonably priced. I think it's very good, certainly for the price. It is, like I said, it's very reasonably priced, but it's not much more than the regular one. I definitely think it's an improvement over that. It's very easy drinking. I think for the money, it might be worth a shot. As in the regular Jameson, the Black, well, these are all 80 proof expressions. Honestly, I was going to pick up the Redbreast 12-year, but honestly, I'm not much of an Irish whiskey drinker. I probably would not drink it as much as bourbon. Not that it's not good. It's light for me. So I figured rather than spending the $65 on Redbreast that it may sit around a while, I'd rather just spend the $32 for this. So if you see this, you might be curious to give it a shot. I think it's a good pour. Happy St. Patrick's Day. Cheers.